What you saying, everyone? I hope you're good. So for this one, we're just going to talk about GTA 6 Trailer 3, because I think that's what everyone's expecting at the moment and what we've all got our eye out for and what the whole community's waiting for. But I've got this sneaky feeling that might not be what Rockstar's actually going to deliver, because it's not what they did last time when it came to GTA 5. So for this one, we're just going to have a talk about what to actually expect from the next GTA trailer and why there's a very good chance that we could actually be getting 2 trailers instead of just 1. So when it comes to expectations, we've had trailer 1, which was the introduction to the game, and then we've had trailer 2, which just carried that on. So I think the next logical step is everyone's just waiting for trailer 3. That's just the normal way to think. And when I'm looking at, YouTube searches, Twitter searches, when you're Googling it, it's always framed specifically as GTA 6 trailer 3. So I think that's what everyone's assuming is going to happen. But for GTA 5, Rockstar didn't follow their pattern. They did something completely different, which actually meant that we ended up getting a lot more content if we look back at it. And I think when it comes to Rockstar, they rarely do what we're expecting. And this is unprecedented territory, so I'm not saying they will follow the exact pattern of GTA 5. But when you look at it, it's one of the biggest selling games of all time, so why wouldn't they at least partially follow the marketing plan and the way they dropped everything for that game? And that could even go down to the actual timings of things as well. I've said this before, but we're currently running around 2 months behind the schedule for GTA 5. So GTA 5 dropped in September, and we're looking at a November release date. So it could be slightly different this time around, but it doesn't mean that they wouldn't loosely follow what they did before. And I know the hype is starting to build up again, because it's been almost a year since we've seen anything about this game. Rockstar never tweet about it, they don't talk about it, it's a complete secret until the cat's out the bag again. So we're in complete hype mode, and something is going to be coming within the next couple of months easy. So trailer 3 is what we're all looking for. So when it comes to GTA 5, we were all expecting the 3rd trailer, but instead of that, on the 30th of April 2013, we got the character trailers, the Michael trailer, the Franklin and the Trevor trailers, which started to give us a full insight into the actual characters themselves, especially with Trevor, because that was the first sign that we got about how much of a nutcase the guy was actually going to be. Now, there are a lot of people who regularly say in my Twitter comments that trailer 1 was a Lucia trailer and trailer 2 was a Jason trailer, and although I get where they're coming from, that's just not the case. We had a brief look at Lucia, we've had a brief look at Jason, but they're not in-depth character trailers in a sense like the Michael, Trevor and Franklin trailers were. They're just something completely different. It's the introduction trailer and just the basic second trailer that just gives you a slight look at the characters, a bit more of an in-depth look at the world, but nothing like, character trailers. So when this happened, we went from expecting 1 trailer to getting 3 solid individual trailers, which I think nobody expected, and it just broadened the amount of content that we had. And after getting the cover art on the 2nd of April, followed by these trailers on the 30th, it really got the ball rolling with the GTA 5 marketing and set everything into motion. So with regards to where we stand with GTA 6 right now, we're obviously in a quiet period, we're just waiting. We've had both of the trailers and they both were incredible, and the second one was just so much more improved than the first one. So the next trailers, it's crazy to think just how insane they're going to be. So we've had the introduction to the world, we've got a basic look at the tone and the characters, and we've also obviously had the website, which just fills in some of the gaps with the other characters. But now we're just sitting in this period where we need Rockstar to come along and start expanding on things, explaining things and fleshing things out and giving us a full idea of what this game's actually going to be like to play. And I've said it a million times, but the longer they leave it, the more we're going to get packed into a shorter window. And I'll take that all day over them just drip feeding out information over the last year or so. Not to mention the majority of this experience I want to actually get firsthand when I'm playing the game. I don't want it to be spoiled for me, because every little bit of information you see, every screenshot, every video is something that you're not seeing for the first time when you play it yourself. So I think what Rockstar could potentially do instead, so instead of trailer 3, I think because we've got this game that's focused on these 2 characters, specifically Jason and Lucia, it really makes sense to actually do character-focused trailers, 1 for Jason, 1 for Lucia. Again, it doubles the amount of content that we get, doubles the amount of footage. But I think rather than just getting a brief look at each character, if this does happen, I think we're going to get a lot more detail and depth about who these characters actually are. And we'll start being able to piece the story together, piece these characters together, and it's going to fill in a lot of the blanks that we've been sitting with. And also, obviously, it will give us a simultaneous look at more of the world, more of the tone, more of the side characters. But I think there's a very good chance that Rockstar are going to go down the path of these character trailers for Jason and Lucia. And to be honest with you, I'd absolutely prefer that. I can't wait to get a further look at these characters, get to see more about how they tick, what their relationship's like with each other. And hopefully we can get a look at, what it's going to be like to play as these characters together. Because I know a lot of people are questioning, how well written this game's going to be. Some people have left. Dan Houser left. There's a good few of the writers that have left. So people are questioning how it's going to be put together. But with the dynamic that we're already seeing, I think this is going to be a really deep, heartfelt storyline. And there's so much potential for these characters individually and together. And I really can't wait to see how it all plays out. And I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot of choice as well. So we'll actually get to choose how the relationship and how the dynamics of the game all play out in real time. And those consequences hopefully affecting outcomes at the end. But let me know in the comments, do you think we're just going to get the standard GTA 6 trailer 3? Or do you think they're going to switch it up and go for character trailers or even something completely different? And if you do enjoy the video, feel free to like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support. And as we lead up to the game, I'm going to be dropping loads more content. But let's dive back in. And for me, this just makes a lot more sense, especially with the theme of GTA 6 being based around these two characters, Jason and Lucia. And although we've seen glimpses of them in the first two trailers and screenshots, and we've got a slight description on the website, we just haven't got a clue of the depth that these characters are going to go into. And I think if Rockstar do drop dedicated character trailers, that's going to be a really good way to help us build that connection with these characters. And it also goes in the theme with Rockstar just not doing what everyone's expecting, because we are all sitting there searching for trailer 3. That's the trend. That's what people are waiting for. So there's a very good chance that Rockstar just won't even do that. And it's a really good way for them to focus the content more down so that we can get really into the specifics and start seeing what makes these characters tick. But most importantly, it's definitely a way to re-kick the marketing cycle and get everything going again with a bang, because we get double the content. Just imagine we're all sat there waiting for this trailer to drop, and we could literally end up getting 2 trailers and no one's even realising it at the moment. I think a lot of people are dubious that they even follow the same pattern they did for GTA 5. And I think they loosely already are. I think they've just given themselves an extra couple of month cushion just to get the polish and everything perfect on the game, just because of how huge it is. But I am actually expecting this. And I could be completely wrong. This is just my opinion, and I am basing it on the past with GTA 5. And it could absolutely still be the 3rd trailer. We will just have to wait and see. But obviously, yeah, trailer 3 could still happen, but just not in the way that people are expecting, in my opinion. And I think we are going to get these character trailers, a full look at Jason and Lucia, and more of a look at the world as well. And then we've got the questions, are they going to update the website? Are they going to drop more screenshots along with it? Or is it just going to be the trailer or trailers? It's really interesting to know what's actually going to happen when Rockstar decide to pull the trigger and get the marketing train rolling for this game. Because how do you go about marketing something so huge, something so highly anticipated? When the game's so vast and there's so much going on, how do you choose what to show in the trailers, what screenshots to show, what information to share? It must be quite difficult for them to organise this behind the scenes, which can also be part of the reason why it's all just taking so long. But if it does end up being GTA 6 Jason trailer and GTA 6 Lucia trailer, it's going to completely change the trends and the searches, because at the moment it's all about trailer 3. So it won't surprise me if they don't come along and completely do something outside the box. So there we go, we're all waiting for trailer 3, but Rockstar have definitely done things differently before, and they could easily do that again. Or they could just stick and give us a straight trailer 3, or could they even just go straight to gameplay? It's really difficult to predict how they're going to move this time round, but I know one thing, I think we're very, very close to this train starting, and once it starts, it's not going to stop. It's going to be constant. We're going to get constant tweets from Rockstar, more information, and most importantly, the GTA 6 character trailers or the 3rd trailer. So I think the next thing we're going to see is going to be the cover art, followed by the trailer or trailers, whatever Rockstar decide to do. And then we're going to get that full marketing run leading right up until November, when we actually get our hands on this game. But what would you prefer? Would you prefer for a traditional trailer 3, or do you want it to be character trailers? Be interesting to know what you think in the comments. I appreciate all the support. And if you do enjoy the content, feel free to like and subscribe. You can catch me on X, TikTok and Instagram. And on X it's Rockstation on X. And I'll see you for the next one.